to show you how a lot of my investors are buying houses right off of jameswalkup.com. So this gives you access to the MLS. It's updated more frequently than Zillow or Realtor.com, so you're getting real-time information on the different properties that you might be interested in. So the first thing I do is go to search, and then from that I'm going to click the interactive map on the top, and you might find other ways that are better for you. I geographically love a good map. I like to be able to zoom into an area. Now it's focusing only on those particular properties and go area by area to see what's available and make offers on properties that fit my buying criteria. So I get a lot of people asking for BRRRR type properties, and I'm going to show you how I'm buying some of my BRRRR properties. So buy, renovate, rent, refinance, repeat. That's the BRRRR strategy. Buy, renovate, rent, refinance, repeat. So everybody talks about the BRRRR, but how do you find a good BRRRR? Well, within the area you want to buy in, and this, by the way, is the Berclair area. Clearly spelled out right under Putt Golf and Games. It says Berclair. As I zoom in, the boundaries are Summer Avenue, labeled right there as Highway 70, Interstate 240 over here to the east, looping back around, and Highland to the west. There's Highland. I live right off of Highland personally. As you come over the interstate, this Highway 70 that we just talked about, the southern border, it gets to be a more affordable area, great place for rental properties, and anybody can search for properties, but what are we looking for? I'm looking for a tenanted property, but for a BRRRR strategy, that doesn't make a lot of sense, James, because you want a vacant property that'll enable you to do a buy, renovate, rent, refinance, repeat. Well, potentially, but let me show you a little strategy here, and it's simple. I want to find houses that have maybe just a little bit of time left in their lease, live that lease out, and then when those properties hit the go vacant, I can do my renovation, refinance or rent, refinance, and then pull my money back out so I can repeat this method. So I've taken the map polygon tool and drawn my area out exactly that I want, and it's got the properties over here listed from highest to lowest. And at that point I like to go to the list view, and from the list view, so property list right there left to interactive map on the top left, now I've got them all listed out, and I can look at the lowest price home to the highest price home. Another thing I can do is look at properties that have been on the MLS for the longest period of time by going oldest. Why? Well, potentially they haven't sold this home, it's slipped through the cracks, and this is one that the seller might be ready to let go at a lower price than what they have it listed at. So let's just go to lowest, and I can just point out, not my style of home, not my style of home, whole new videos of why. I can tell you the age is an area. Look at there, somebody's even saying this is a BRRRR opportunity. I'd be weary of that little house. It's old and it doesn't have any curb appeal. This is your typical Berclair home. This house at 3710 Towns. Now this, I happen to know, is on the western and northern border of where I drew that polygram. I've got a house on Towns that we manage for one of our investors. It's been a great investment. The backyard backs up to a cemetery. A little weird there. It's been a great rental. You're not living in the house. So let's look at different things here. The realtor has one picture on the MLS. Now, normally this is where you complain, well, they only put one picture. That might be why it hasn't sold yet. So one picture, probably very little information in the description. Hot area. What a hot area this has become. Bold statement with an exclamation point. This owner has done a lot of work to the unit over the years, well maintained since ownership, with big rent ready happening prior to tenant going in 2018. So it was renovated somewhat in 2018, not according to the picture, too well. A new roof, water heater, okay. Recently, new cabinets. No showings accepted until the tenants move out. Now we know it's 11:30. Rarely does a realtor put that information in there. It's a little personal, you know, like the resident does have rights, but you know, that's debatable. But thank you, realtor, for putting that in there. Here's a tip. When that information is not available to you, a lot of people just skip past it. Oh, this one's rented, I don't want to talk about it. Well, if it was not in there, I would simply open my chat on the bottom right here and say, when is this lease expiring? And so now I'm chatting with the team. You have the ability to do the same as I do. I buy houses just like this all the time. On my own website with my team, chatting in that chat box. This is another great way. So let's see here. Request information. Right there. There's my phone number. I'm interested in towns. When is this lease expiring? All right, so now that's going to the team. I can do that at 2 o'clock in the morning because I'm up with one of my kids or whatever, and know that the next day I'm going to wake up to an answer or shortly thereafter. So I'm shopping, and I've got a team of James's team working with me as I come up with questions. I look at it as a plus that it has one picture. That's what made it still on the market. I know that its lease is up in November 30th. Now here's the plan. I get it under contract, I buy it, I don't renew their lease. So they gotta go. I can do the renovation and get it going again. So I know this house has potential for a BRRRR. It is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. I mean, we prefer a 3-2, but we're shopping for neighborhood here. This is a great neighborhood. This is where we want to invest. So I'm just going to Google. Let's see. Yep, this one backs up to the cemetery as well, this green area cemetery. I've got the house just down the street here. It's been a great little rental. Yeah, so this is the kind of area we want to be in. So the next thing I want to ask, same property, I'm going to say, what would you expect the ARV, after repair value, to be on this property? Now, what my team is going to do is one of my realtors is going to take this property address and dig deep for you into some of the other data that you have to be a realtor to be able to find. Sure, you can get a Zestimate and you can do all these things, but no data is going to be as exact as what I'm going to give you here. So we're going to create a 3-up report for you. That's going to be based on square footage, geographical location, lots of things. It's going to give you the current taxes. It's going to show you what they paid for the house back in the day. Yeah, so the guy that owns it now bought it for $13,000. I bet he would take a little less than $89,900. All right, so let's see. All right, so this property, 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 919 square feet. Let's go run a CMA. What I'm looking for is the 3 most similar properties in the immediate vicinity as my 3 comparables. And this is all information that my team's going to get for you. So I want to look at homes 20, 15, and 11. 20, 15, 11. All right, those aren't great comps. So those homes have not been fixed up. What I want to do is find the highest price per square foot. Let's see what this is. This might be new construction. Nope, that's not the right thing. Let's go to this. Yeah, new construction. Okay. Rockwood Avenue. Wow. All right, so now we've got a high price per square foot being sold by a local turnkey provider for $130,500, and we want to see if there was a loan on it. Yes, there was a loan. Therefore, this had to appraise. There we go. And it's an 80% conventional mortgage, so we know that it appraised. Now, we can even see that it was with Delmar Financial, and that's one of our preferred lenders. So not only is it appraising, it's appraising with a preferred lender. So that's a great comparable home. So 3552 Rockwell. All right, so let's use that as our comparable. First, we want to see this bedroom and bathroom is in the same range. Ours is a 2-1, this is a 3-1. This one's 1,014 square feet. Ours is 19 and some change. Let's see exactly. We'll need to know that. All right, here's our subject property on Towns. Our square footage is 1919. So, let me get the trusty old calculator out. 919 times price per square foot, 129. Now this is a comparable showing us that a house in the immediate vicinity after a full renovation, because we know it was from a turnkey provider, Mid-South Home Buyers, very reputable turnkey company in town, sold it to an investor. They had an appraisal. They used a lender that I use all the time, Delmar. Recently, Delmar, the guys and girls at Delmar switched over to a company called Neighborhood Loans, but they still do the same thing we're doing here. So this is the price of the house after renovation. So now, how much renovation does it need? Well, who knows until we get into this thing. So now we need to put this thing under contract, have a home inspection. But they are giving us some information here. In 2018, they put a new roof, new water heater, and the cabinets installed this month. How do you install cabinets with somebody living there? A new roof, a water heater recently, and new cabinets this month. So whatever month this was listed, all that was done. Well, I gotta tell you, roof and water heater, that's pretty good penny. I'm gonna say $5,000 for the roof and $1,500 for the water heater, $6,500 off my renovation. But a real easy way to do this, 919 square feet. I'll use the calculator here so it's easier. Let me write down 118 as our ARV. Alright, so a typical renovation, and I'm not talking about adding square footage, I'm not talking about removing walls or foundation failure or a new sewer, a typical renovation. So roof, HVAC, flooring, paint, light fixtures, countertops, things like that. 919 square feet, put $20 a foot on there. $18,000. And now I'm going to take away $6,500 because of the things they said they've done. So I'm going to hope for 12, let's just make it $15,000 as a renovation to be safe. So the house is worth 118. So now let's go minus 15,000 minus, they're asking $90,000, 89,900. So just minus 90,000. Minus 90,000 equals 13,000. Now divide that by 118, which is our after repair value, and we all know this is not going to be enough. That is an 11% discount on this house when you really start looking at the ARV, buying it, and all these things. So we need to know we know we need to come in lower. So 118 minus $15,000 minus, let's go 70,000, equals 33,000 divided by 118. Now we're talking. There's almost a 30% discount. This is a potential BRRRR at $70,000, and this is how I'm winning. My investors are winning BRRRR properties. Number one, finding the property in a good neighborhood that's going to have comparable sales, that took a loan and preferably use one of our preferred lenders for the loan. Then we work it backwards. Okay, so what is the house worth? How much of the repairs? It's a guessing game until we get in there. Minus the list price, $89,900 in this case. Well, what does it need to be? It needs to be at 70 or less to be able to make this house work for a BRRRR. And then make offers. Now, you're gonna have to make 7 to 10 good offers to get one accepted. Good offer. Price, a cash sale, a quick sale, an as-is sale. not making any repairs, maybe a lower price, but not asking for repairs or crazy inspection periods, quick closing cash. But let me tell you, before you buy it, I'm going to make sure you have all the due diligence and you know transparently what you're buying here through our inspection process and all the things you'll go through before we let you buy it. All right, if we get that far in the process, we'll give you an exact budget before you buy the house of what it's going to cost to renovate it. And that's how we do it. Make lots of offers to get one accepted. Now, I will tell you there's a 25% chance after you get one accepted that it won't go through because of the due diligence process that we go through, and we find out that the resident just signed a new lease, or the sewer's bad, or there's a foundation issue that wasn't mentioned in the listing, of course. So you have to be diligent, you have to make a lot of offers, you have to work it backwards, but this is totally doable for anybody who's wanting to try to find that burr or just your next good rental. This is a good little rental for $75,000 if you can get it for that. I think $89,900 is still a bit high. But for the people that are looking for non-turnkey properties, this is one route. Now, it's a lot more work, and if you have a full-time job and you don't want to be responsible for all the things that could go wrong, like a sewer that we weren't expecting, or a foundation issue that maybe wasn't found by the home inspector, I don't know, all the things that could go wrong. An appraisal on the back end that doesn't come out as high as you wish it would have, even based on your due diligence to find the ARV, after repair value. Go to Turnkey. So you just go to TurnkeyInvest.com, where we have a lot of great little properties available, sometimes more than other times. But currently we have some amazing products available. We have some single family homes. We've got some little duplex style homes that are garden homes. This 2-bedroom, 1-bath home is going to sell for $75,000, $80,000. Cash flow huge, like 10% cash on cash return. Reach out to me and the team if you want to learn more about that. And I'll end the video by saying this. If you have a property in Memphis, Tennessee that I do not manage and you're watching this video, I want to put my hat out there and say I would like to be your property manager. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired of your current property management, if you feel like your bottom line can be effective in a positive way by somebody proactively managing your properties, watching over them as if I own them myself, we want to talk to you. How do you do that? TurnkeyInvest.com. There's a chat bar right there. You can say more, contact us through this form, call us, email me. We are very accessible. So reach out to the team. And then, of course, all of our properties are handled by Foundation Property Management. Website there is foundationpm.com. Again, there's a live chat bar there. We are very accessible. You reach out to us. We want to be your go-to team in Memphis, Tennessee when it comes to all things real estate, including management of properties that maybe you didn't buy from us. I want to be your go-to guy. Thank you so much and have a great day.